Oh, are they doing it again? All right, let me do the note, everyone. There's a Toto dial, but I don't know if the Toto dial is new. I'm pretty sure I didn't see these Pikachus this morning. Yeah, there's no cards or anything. And these this shows like bags, like back to school, like backpacks and stuff. They already had that. That was on there this morning. The pins were all on here this morning. So nothing significant. If you're into plushies, there's some new Pokemon plushies available. If you're interested. Okay. All right. So. Getting spooky when I do that? Yeah. Oh, Helixification says there was a drop for 151 tins at 10 a.m. A lot of people stayed in the website generating a queue for backpacks and plushies. The tins sold out within 10 minutes. There was? I was on the site this morning around that time and they weren't there. I'm serious. I was on the site. Oh, are you talking about these the 30th celebration tins? Not 151, but the 30th celebration tins? Is that what you mean? Because I was on the site this morning and everything was already sold out. So you meant the 30th anniversary tins? Yeah, they were already sold out. I actually said on a whim this morning, oh, I'll just check the site and we'll see. And I went in there and everything was sold out completely. No, 151 tins? Oh, they don't show up on the site. Did you see? They're not there. There's no 151 tins on the site at all. Anywhere. The only product they're listing is 30th celebration. Yeah, I don't see that listed anywhere, so I don't know about that. I'm going to check every morning just in case and see, because you never know what's going to happen when they're going to drop something, and if you can get it for normal price instead of having to buy it from a scalper, that's what I want to do. So I'll check every morning. I'll just casually check the site and see, and I did this morning and there was nothing there. Looking to get my wife a PC, a gaming PC, and we're looking at a price point of around $1,500. And it looks like we could get a decent one. Like, it's not going to be great, but it's not going to be terrible either. But it's definitely going to be better than if we bought a Steam machine. Like, the Steam machine just seems like overpriced garbage, honestly. So, we're going to see what we can get in regards to that. And hopefully she can play her games better. Because right now, she's still playing games on the mini PC. And it's very limited. Like, now she's even starting to play new sim games and stuff. And they don't run well on it. Because what it is these indie developers don't have a lot of time or resources. A lot of them they just buy all their assets from, third parties. They cram them together. They don't optimize their games. So if she had a better PC, it would run any of those games. But she has this mini PC that, it chugs along. So we're to the point now she's been using the mini PC for like 2 years. And half the games don't run on it anymore. So we got to get her something better. Exactly. They're completely unoptimized. These indie games, they're not worried about that. You know what I mean? They're assuming you just have a good rig, so they just toss it out unoptimized and hope your rig will take care of it, right? It's like, yeah, but we're running on a tiny mini PC from like 4 or 5 years ago. The thing is chugging along. So half the games are choppy, or they crash, they won't even run. Captain says he has a Skytech gaming PC in his car for $1,600. He's going to save up money for it. Yeah, I was looking at, there's some pretty reasonable PCs you can get for around $1,500, roughly. They're not top of the line, right? You're not going to be playing the best, hottest games at 4K and all graphics on. But if you're just looking to play some stuff here or there, like, for example, I know for a fact she might want to play Planet Zoo 2 later this year. We got to get her something that'll run it, because her mini PC isn't going to run it, Okay, well, it's been a good morning show so far. We had a lot of topics to discuss. We had some new news to cover, which was awesome. Thanks for chilling. If you are chilling and enjoying, if you're on the YouTube side, please give the stream a like. Let's get to 100 likes on this first stream of the day. Let's get it well engaged so that people can find my channel on YouTube when they're looking for Assassin's Creed, okay? Outside of that, please support the stream if you can. On the YouTube side, that means super chats, super stickers, memberships, and gifted memberships. Thank you, Tanya Raven, for the 5 gifteds. On the Kick side, that means kicks, subs, or gifted subs. And no matter how you're watching or where you're watching, you can tip me via PayPal. All this stuff is greatly appreciated. As you know, if we hit milestones of support, we're going to open some packs of cards today. I already have one freebie from last night that we didn't open. All right? So we hit $100 of cumulative support, second pack, 150, third pack, 200, fourth pack. I'd like to open a bunch of packs because I only got to open a few yesterday, okay? But in addition to that, if we get big contributions, a $50 contribution, that's a pack guaranteed. $100 contribution, then we'll open a pack of these very valuable Ascended Heroes cards, okay? Or if we get 250 cumulative, we'll open one of those as well. So please support today's stream. Let's make it a well-supported stream. Yesterday, Dark Souls did okay, and sadly, the late stream did terribly. So I want to make up for that today. I want to have 2 really good streams. Please support if you can, and thank you. Okay. GameStop has those for $89. That's about what they go for. I've seen them. They fluctuate around 90 to about 110 bucks, those boxes. Yeah, they're very expensive, like I said. Captain says, I have a 1K PC. It's okay, but it can't run Baldur's Gate and other games crash sometimes. There you go. You're exactly right. You need, basically, you're going to have to get something more modernized. You know, once it's with the 1K PC, it's probably outdated. It barely is going to run stuff. That mini PC, I know for a fact, was like $500-600. Again, that was a donation for like 5 years ago. So, you know, I used it for a while. Now she's been using it for a while. They put Lost Odyssey on PC. Would I play it? I would love to play Lost Odyssey on PC. That's a game that was super fun and actually very good looking on Xbox 360 back in the day. I would love if they did that. Listen to this. Can we get a breakdown of the nuts that we feed the local wildlife? It depends. Depends on what's available, what's on sale. We get walnuts, almonds, pecans. We don't do peanuts because we actually did research and found out peanuts are kind of fatty, and also they have something in them that's not good for the wildlife so much. But we get other healthier nuts. See, here's the things. Here's what Starshine Radiance just said. I'm slowly saving for a new PC. I got about 800 saved, a little at a time. Hopefully by the end of the year, maybe a Black Friday sale. Normally, I would say that's a good idea because 2 times the last 2 years during Black Friday sales, I went on shopping sprees basically, and that's how I upgraded my setup so well. However, with the way that prices are increasing exponentially, by the time November rolls around, the prices may have gone up so much that the sale is the same price as it is right now. And that's terrible to think. It really is. Like, that's awful to think of, but that's the situation things are going. Like, I'm thinking probably in the next couple of months, I'm probably going to get my wife a PC because I want to get it before the prices skyrocket, you know? Let me ask you guys a question. If you were going to get a gaming PC, would you only get an Intel processor or would you go for an AMD Ryzen? Because AMD Ryzen is cheaper, and if you get a Ryzen, then typically you can get better components outside of the processor. But do you think that the Ryzen is just not good enough? I know everyone has a different opinion on this. I've almost always gone Intel every time I bought a PC, so I'm curious what your guys' thought is. In fact, let me look at my own PC specs right now.